story you are about to hear is true.
When I was 16, I started feeling sick, but it wasn't a normal sick. Back then, I was naive. I believed that if I went to my doctor, it would give me a pill and I would magically feel better. But little did I know. It all began in my legs. At first, it was strange. My legs began to hurt all of the time. And I don't mean just aching, but I mean painful. Painful enough to barely survive a half day at school. The sensation began as pins and needles, but eventually the pain turned into burning. My pediatrician called this growing pains. And growing pains is what we called it until I eventually called my mom crying from high school because I couldn't take the pain anymore. By this time, it had been a month of these so-called growing pains. After that month, I don't remember a lot. And for many months after that, it all started to blur. The day I called my mom crying was the day that the pain finally overtook me. It was in that moment that I changed from healthy me to sick me. That day, it felt as if I had given up. I had given in to this demon taking over me. But unfortunately, it wasn't just my legs. And as time went on, different parts of my body started to hurt. On top of leg pain, I was super fatigued. On top of the fatigue, my stomach hurt really bad. I was constantly nauseous. Blood tests came back normal, so let's try an endoscopy. The endoscopy is normal, so let's try an MRI. They told me my heart was being affected and that we needed to check it. By this time, I couldn't even lift myself off of the floor. Wheelchairs were in the discussion. I had just turned 16. All of this caused me to miss a lot of school. But in all honesty, I wasn't focused on school. I was losing control of my body. When you look up fibromyalgia, it's categorized as one of the most painful diseases out there. And it makes sense. My nerves are basically on fire 24/7. Unfortunately, when it comes to understanding pain, science hasn't caught up yet. What I know today about pain didn't come from nurses and doctors. It didn't even come from my parents. It came from myself and years of experience. It came from giving in to depression and suicidal thoughts. It came from losing myself and then turning around to grow and rebuild myself. The truth is, fibromyalgia isn't singular. It's feeling okay one day and feeling like you're dying the next. It's full of trial and error, medications, bad mental health days, bad doctors, and days when you can't even get yourself out of bed. And unfortunately, it's a cycle that repeats itself over and over again. There's been points in my 10 years of suffering where I haven't wanted to go on. There's been times where I've had to give up on college and jobs temporarily due to my health. There have been times when I haven't been a nice person, especially towards myself. And there have been times when my family has had to step in to guide me. Okay, so I feel like lately my videos have been very heavy, but I just want to end this with telling you guys I'm okay. Like, I have had this story on my mind for the past 10 years. I've tried to make this video so many times. I just really wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I'm okay. Like, I'm not super depressed or anything. I am at a pretty good, like, space with my health and my mental health. Better than I have been in a really long time, but I still feel like I have all of these videos that I kind of need to make in order to make room for new videos in my brain. So I just wanted to say that I think I'm going to start making some fibromyalgia, chronic pain type videos on my YouTube channel. If you're interested, I have a lot of tips and tricks and survival things that I've been doing for the past 10 years. And I know that social media and like reaching out through social media is a big thing now. And I didn't have that when I was first sick. So I just want to help somebody else out. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. It took a lot out of me to post this, mainly because a lot of people that follow me are people that I know, and it's hard to be vulnerable like this, for sure. But I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you next time.